Hello? Good morning, everyone. How was the night? Hope you are having a wonderful time during the lockdown and hope you are trying to learn new things during this lockdown and hope you've achieved something. Today, we'll be talking about Python programming and we will dive into the practical session, which will be the conclusion of our WhatsApp tutorial on Python programming designed for Data Science Nigeria AI plus Ijebu. Before we dive into the class, I would like to introduce us to Data Science Nigeria, our vision, and what we want to achieve within now and the next probably 6 years, because the mission has started like 4 years ago now. And we are all here as we go into the class. Our vision. What is our vision? Our vision is to contribute to the vision of Data Science Nigeria, to build a world-class artificial intelligence knowledge, research and innovation ecosystem that delivers high impact and transformational research, business use application, AI for startups, employability and social good use cases, such that in 10 years, Nigeria will become one of the top 10 AI talents slash knowledge destination with 20% 20% GDP multiplier impact. As we look towards the vision of contributing to 1 million AI talents in 10 years in Nigeria, we have our annual report at http bit.ly Data Science Nigeria 2019 annual report. You can go there to download our annual report for 2018-2019. And at the same time, you can also check more about us at on Twitter at Data Science Nigeria AI Ijebuode, and you can also send us a mail at aiplusijebuode@gmail.com, and you can also check out about our events at Data Science Nigeria on Twitter and on Instagram at Data Science Nigeria as well, and also our website at www.datasciencenigeria.org. Who am I? My name is Akinga Obadamilare, and I am the AI Plus Ijebuode lead. On Twitter, you can send me a mail. You can contact me at Akinga O. On LinkedIn, Akinga Obadamilare. On email, maybe if you would like to send me a mail, my mail is akingaobadare@gmail.com. What are the things we'll be talking about today? In Module 1, we'll be talking about variable and data types, and Module 2, we dive into list and for loops in Python programming. In Module 3, we'll be talking about conditional statements. Module 4, dictionary and frequency table. And Module 5, we dive into Python functions. I hope we all are together and you all can hear me. So, in order to start the class, I would like to put up my browser. Just give me like a minute. Let's put up my browser. In order to start the practical session, let's put up our browser. Last class we've been able to set up our Jupyter notebook, and we've done introduction to Python programming. So today I want us to go to our search and search for Jupyter notebook if you have been able to install it, and if you've not been able to install it, come to your browser and type https jupyter.org. Here you can use Jupyter Notebook on web server. I'm waiting for Jupyter Notebook to come up. So in order to use the web server, let's go to Jupyter Notebook, and you can try to install it as we said in the last class through install the notebook, or you try it in your browser try it in your browser. So I click on try it in your browser for the sake of the class and for the sake of those that are joining us for the first time. If you have any question, feel free to message us on the live chat, and we will try as much as possible to answer your questions. So here you can click on try classical notebook. I'm waiting for the Jupyter notebook to come up. Ah, we're having some error using the Jupyter notebook on web server. It's like it's coming up. Yeah, welcome to Jupiter. And now let's open the notebook we'll be using for this class. So you go to file, and then click on open. It's not supposed to be this slow. Then we can upload the notebook you will use. I have mine here. So you will click on upload, then we have it here. Then from here you can click on upload again, then you have your notebook. Then you click on the notebook itself, which is mode 1 variable. Yeah, welcome to variable and data types in Python programming. Today we'll be talking about basic scalar types in Python, where we have integers, floats, and booleans and strings. First, we like to print a number by just writing a number on in one of the cells. Here we have 100. Here we can just try to put any number. By the time we click on enter, control enter, or you come here to run it, then you will see the output. Here you have the input, here you have the output. We input 100, then we got the output of 100. Then to run the cell, you can also use run from here as well. If we run it from here, we get the same output, and at the same time you will see the numbering is changing. Yeah, before we have 1, now we're having 2. So this is our second run. Now to check the data types of our value, which is 100, then we can just put in type. Then we have 100 as our input. Then we check the data type of 100. Here we see the data type is integer. So we see the data type is integer. Here we are not having dots, or we are not having decimal numbers or decimal points. So we have here we have decimal points, which is 1.2. So if we enter this, we have float, we have 1.2 as well. Then to check the data type of 1 point, then we can just put in the type function. Then we have our input, which is 1.0. Then now we see it's telling us this is a float number. The data type for 1.0 is float. At the same time, if we have 1.00, it's going to tell us it is float. It is float. Or if we have 0.001, here we have float as well. So our 100, the one we printed here, that one is float too. Floats. Then we have points. If you have point as well, on 100 points, then the data type for that too is floats. Then assigning variables. Here we can decide to save our value inside one variable. So anytime we call the variable, then the value comes out with it. Here we have 40. So anytime I need 40, if I call A, it is going to tell me this is 40. Here I have A is equal to 40. Then if I come here and I say what is A, then it tells me A is 40. Then the next one is to check for the type of A. What is the data type for A? Then we can put in type A. Then where we can see it is an integer, which shows it is int. Then we can now call our variable, which is a. Then we add it with any number we want, maybe 2, 3, 4, 100. Then if we call it, then the value we have for a will be added with 3. Then we get the output for a plus 3. This is 43. So we have a to be equal to 40 and 3 here. So a plus 3, this is 43. So we have b at the same time. If we save b as, if we save 3 and 5 to be equal to 3 to be equal to b is equal to 5, then by the time we want to perform our operation on it, then we can use a divided by b, which is going to be 40 divided by 5. Then we can change the value for a using reassignment. So here we have, before we have a is equal to 40, but by the time we change the value for a, then we have the new value. So here we have 1000. Then we can add this a plus b, then that is going to give us 1005. Then we can call our a as well. Our a is what? Our a should be 1000. Yeah, our a is 1000. Then we can decide to add the value of a together. Then you can print a for us to see the output. So we have 2000, and here we want to add a to our 2000 again. So now the value of a has changed to 2000. Then if we add a to it again, then adding a to it again gave us 4000. Here a is equal to 2000. We have 1000. We have 1000. 1000 plus 1000 gave us 2000. Then 2000 plus 2000 gave us 4000. Yeah. Now we'll be going into string. Here we have string where we want to have other sequence of characters. So in order to put up two different characters together, we can decide to have them in string format. So here we have hello, this is my string. In order to have a string, we can use double colons. So here we use double colons, which is hello, this is my first string. Then here we are using single colon. We are using single colon. Single colon, hello. The first one, hello, this is my first string. We use double colon, double quotes. Then the second one we use single quotes, which is hello. Then now we want to check for an error. Here we see I am a beginner in Python programming. Here we have a string, and here we have a particular word that is recognized in Python. Then if we print this, we discover we are going to have an error. So invalid syntax. I am a beginner in Python programming. So we can see the syntax telling us we are having different words after our string. Then now let's now put this in a string. So we have I am a beginner in Python programming. Then you can use your double quotes. So in order to indent this one, where we have a single quote, then you can make use of double quotes. Then we have I am a beginner in Python programming. Here you can just put in your input, then you have the value, which is text, and if you're having two different strings, or you want to print two different values within a particular cell, then you will need to use print, or else you are going to have the final value. Here we have 1 and we have 2. So if we use string, we have string of 1, string of 2. Then if we print this, we have 2 alone printed as output. We have 1 and 2. So because we did not use print on this 2, then we have the last string printed. Then we can decide to print the first one and the second one to see the 2. So here we'll be having 1 and 2. We have 1 and we have 2. Then we can print. This is a new line. Then let's print this. Here we have the exemption sign, which is telling us by the time you get to this place, you should go to the next line. So we have, this is a new line, then we have an exemption sign, which is telling us that yes, this is a new line. By the time you get to this part, go to the next line. So we have notice how this is on a new line. So we have this, and we have this is a new line. Then we can see the tab. Then we can decide to print the 2 as well. We have Python code. Then we see the tab here. We have Python code. This is a tab. Notice how this prints with a space. So here we have Python code. This is a tab. Then we can see the space here, which is telling us that give it a tab by the time you get here. Then we want to go into index and slicing. Here we can decide to select a particular character from a string. So here we have word, which is hello. So we have print word. So this is hello. Then let's print hello. Print word. Then our hello is saved in word. So if we print the word, then we see the value saved, the variable word. Then to get the first character in hello, then you can use 0, because in programming, by the time you are counting your number, you start from 0. We have 0, 1, 2, continuously like that. Then we have age. Then the next one is 3. So here we have 0, 1, 2, then we have 3. Then if we print that, then we have L, which is this one. Then the next one is reverse indexing. So with this, you can start from the last character. So here we have hello. Then to start from the last character from here, then we can make use of reverse indexing. Here we'll be having minus. So if we have minus 2, so we'll be having 0, L, and L. We have in L is 0 and L. Minus 1 will give us the last character. So here we have L. Then now you can decide to make use of string slicing in getting a particular character in a particular word. So here we have start, we have stop, and we have step. Start from 0, then you stop at 3. Then in what step? Maybe after every two characters. So you go every 2 character, you print the next one. So here we have alpha is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F. Then we have alpha, then we have from 0. So you go from 0, then you go to 3 without excluding the last one. So we have, so let's print this. Let's print this first. We need to print this first. Then let's print this. So we have A, B, C, 0, 1, 2. So exclude the last one. You start from 0, then it stops at 3. So it excludes the last one, which is D, without going to D. So you start from 0, 0, 1, and 2. So it gives us A, B, C. So if we start from this one, we start from 0 and it will stop at D. Start from A and stop at D. So we have A, B, C, D. So here again we have 2 to 4. We have A, 0, 1, 2. Then we have 3. So it will stop here. We have 3. So it gives us C and D. 0, 1, 2. So these 2. Then it gives us D. Then let's go from 2 to the last one. So from 2 we go to the last one. We have 0, 0, 1. Then from C to the last. So from C here. So we have 2, then we have the colon. Then alpha, this one will give us from the first to 2. From 0, which is A and B. So we have 0, 1, then it stops here. So we have 0 and 1. Then now, there are some basic string methods we can do as well. Here we can decide to change it to uppercase or lowercase or split it. So here we have basic is equal to hello world. Then in order to change it to uppercase, then you use basic.upper. This will give us the uppercase. Then the next one is to change it to lowercase. Here we have hello world, I am still a beginner Pythonista. So we have the lowercase as well. To change it to lowercase, so here we change it to lowercase. So we have hello world, I am still a beginner Pythonista as well. So to split, so we can decide to split by space. So we have dot split. So everywhere you have space, it's going to split it. So we have the first letter, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, like that. Hello world, I am still a beginner Pythonist. Then the next one is basic dot split. Then we can split it with I. So you split by I. Here we split it using space. Then here we are splitting everywhere we have I. So here we have still. So we have the split. We have beginner. We have another split here. Then we have another split here. And you can decide to also use comma as well. So here we have a string and we have an integer as well. These are a variable. A variable username is equal to new b and password is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. So the next one, prints welcome and your password. So here we are formatting the username and the password. Here we have the username is equal to new b and the password is equal to 1 2 3 4. So the username will come here and the password will come here. So we have it in 2. So if we print this, we have username and password.
Hello?
So welcome
Yeah.
B and your password is 1
Hello?
2 3 4.
Hello?
So action is equal to
Hello?
len. Then you can format it as well. So we have the new b. So we have the new b needs to, then we have the action needs to learn. So we have the new B needs to learn. The new B needs to learn. So the next one is to format using the variable. So we can decide to assign a variable to the first one. So A is equal to username, then B is equal to action. So by the time we put in A here, you see the username, then B is going to tell us to take us to the action. So A is equal to username, B is equal to action. So we have B as well and A. So A is username, B is action. So we have the action is to learn. The action needs to new B. The learn needs to new B. The learn needs to new B. Then formatting it as well as we've done before. So we can put in number. So we have the number is 2, 4, 5. So the next one again. So here we have to one significant figure. So we have 2. So 3 and 4. Depending on how long we want to go with it. So here we have text. This is in a string format. Then you can try this out as well and check the output by slicing it. This is slicing. So slice out ext and we are going slice it out from here to here and put in the output here. I will share the notebook with you after the class. Then we have booleans. So we have the truth, the false as well. Let's save this as true. So here we are using this for logical statements where we have if this person is going to the market, then do this, else you can do this. So we can make use of A is equal to true. So if A is true, then do this. So here we can make use of the booleans, and you're going through the booleans now. You have A is equal to true. Then let's print A. We have true. Then what is the type of A? Make sure you ask your question through the live chat I will try as much as possible to answer it. So the type of A is booleans. So we have bool. Yeah. Then B is equal to false. Then B is equal to false. Then let's print the type of B. Then we have bool. Then now we want to see if 1 is greater than 2. So we have 1. Is 1 greater than 2? So we are trying to check the comparison. So we want to compare between 1 and 2. So is 1 greater than 2? Then it's going to tell us if it is false or true. 1 is greater than true. Is it than 2? Is it true or false? So here we have false. Then is telling us no, 1 is not greater than 2. Then we have C is equal to none. Hello, please, can you hear me? So type of C is going to be none. You have non-type. Type of C is going to be another type. So we've come to the conclusion of module 1, which is tree, variable and data types. So let's go to the next module. Let's come to upload. We come to upload, then we have list and for loops. So let's go to variable list and for loops, module 2. So here we have list and for loops where we can decide to save different values inside a particular variable. So here we can decide to save different types of data types, either integers, strings, and floats in a particular list name, which is in a particular variable. Here we have a list, then we have the bracket, the square bracket. So the square bracket indicates that we want to save, we are working on a list. So we have a list is equal to square bracket. Then if you want to check the type of a list, where we have the square bracket, then you can put in type, then it tells us this is a list. Then we have my list is equal to 1 2 3. Then to check, to print this, so to print it, we have my list, then we have 1 2 3. So we have 3 numbers saved inside my list variable. So we have my list 2. So here we have a string, we have 3 strings, and we have 2 integers. So my list 2 is equal to a b c 1 comma 2. Then let's check for my list 3. Please let me clear my outputs first. So we can follow. So here we have my list 2 is equal to ABC 1 comma 2. Then A is equal to 100. B is equal to 200 and C is equal to 300. So we now want to save A, B, C inside my list 3. So if we print my list 3, we have 100, 200 and 300. So we have 100, 200 and 300. So here we have my list. We want to go into indexing and slicing. We have my list is equal to A, B, C and D. Then let's see the third character there, which is 0, 1. So we are looking for this. Zero. So we have 3. So we have 3, 0. My list is equal to D. And now we are going from 0 to 3. So we have A, 0, 1, 2, excluding 3. During slicing, so we start from 0 and it stops at 3. It stops at 2 if you give it 3, but if you have 4 here, so it stop at D. So we have A, B, C, D. Then now we want to check the length of an object. So here we have string. So let's check the length to see how many characters we have there. So here we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the length of my list so that one is 3, as you have here. So my list here is A, B, C. So we have A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. So the length is 3. So now you want to apply some method on our list. So we have my list of 1. My list, we have 1, 2, 3 saved in my list. Then to add a particular value inside my list, make use of .append. So to add 6 here, you can use append. Then now we want to print my list. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 6. So 6 has been added to 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6. So now using .pop, we can pop up my list. .pop. So if you print my list, .pop can pop up the last value from my list and it removes it. So we have .pop, it pops this and deletes it from my list. So .append, so it's telling us this is a list, so you can use it to add a particular value. So we have list.append. It's a function from list. So here we have my list.append, so you can append 4 to my list as well. So here we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then append 10 and 20. So we are adding 10 and 20 to my list here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 20. So my list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 20. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 and 20. So to pop up the last item in my list, so we have my list.pop. My list.pop. So that will pop up the last item in my list. So let's print the last item. The last item will be pop up and it will be saved in my list in last item. So you pop up the last item, you save it here, then you print it. So you have last item is my list. So to print the remaining values in my list, so we can bring in my list, so we get the remaining ones. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10. So this one has been popped up. Then it has been saved as last item. Then we have my list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the first item as well. So to save the first item, you can make use of 0. Then you pop up the first item and delete it from the list. Then first item is 1. Then the remaining list we have 2, 3, 4, and 10. So you have 2, 3, 4, and 10. Then my list 1, 2, 3. We are reassigning my list. So we are reassigning 1, 2, 3 to my list. So we have my list dot reverse. So it starts from the last value. So we have 3, 2, and 1. So let's print it. So we have 3, 2, 1. So you have 3, 2, 1. Then you can decide to sort it. Then if you have my list again, so you have 3, 2, 1. So my list dot reverse, then you are saving it as result. So let's see this, if it's going to work. So let's print results. Then let's come here to print it using print. So we have none. So now let's print my lists again. So we have 1, 2, 3. Then let's insert 3 at the middle. So let's insert 3. Let's 3 and middle. So we are inserting 3 and we are inserting middle. So we have 1, 2, 3 and middle. So because 3 has been present, so it saves it once. So we have 1, 2, 3 and we have middle. Here we have new list. So we have one list here and we have another list. Here we are having lists in a list. So we have new list to get the last 3. So we have 0, 1, 2 and 3. So my list, you go from 0, 1, 2, oh sorry, let's print this. So let's print this. We have A, B, C, D. ABC. Yeah, so type of new list. What is the type? So we're having list. So here we have list. The data type for this is list. So we have new list 3. Again, two, 3. So now we are here. We have 0, 1, 2 and 3. So from here we want to get 0, which is A. So we have 3 new list. We have new list 3. So it goes from here, takes the first list. After that, it comes here, which is the next one. Then we get our 0, which is A. So list 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have lists, like 3 lists now. We have 1. This is the first list. We have another list. Which stops here, and the third one, which stops here. So we are going from the first list 3. We have this. So 0, we are counting from 0, 0, 1, 2, then 3. Starts from here. Then from here we are counting 3 again. So we have 0, 1, 2 and 3. So this is the third one. From the third one again, then we want to print from 1 to last. So we have 0 and 1. So now let's print this. So we have 2 and 3. So we have 0, 1 and 2. So now I want to go into while loop. So with this, we can execute a single statement, one after the other, repeatedly. So we have A, you run it maybe for 10 times, then after 10 times, then it stops. So here we have A is equal to 1. Then we are saying that while A is less than 10, then it prints this. So here we are checking out on when it's going to return false. So we have A is equal to 1. While A is less than 10, then tell us A is less than 10. Then here we are adding A again plus 1. So the first time A is less than 10, A is equal to 1, then 1 is less than 10, then it prints A is less than 1. A is less than 10 the first time. Then it's go again. We have this one changed to 2. So we have 1 here. So 1 plus 1, we have 2. So it's tell us again A is less than 10. Then A becomes 2. So it will now run for 10 times. So the first time A is less than 10, the second time A is less than 10, the third time A is less than 10, the fourth time A is less than 10, the fifth time A is less than 10, sixth time A is less than 10, 10, 7th, 8th and 9th. So we have A is less than 10, 1 is less than 10 the first time, then it changed to 2 till 10 is less than 10. So if 10 is not less than 10, then it tells us this is false. So it stops printing. So here we have x is equal to 0. While x is less than 10, then print x is currently, then you print x. So here we have 0. Is 0 less than 3? Then if 0 is less than 3, print x is currently, then you print the 0, then you print adding 1 to x, then you add 1 to it, then from there you have 0 is 0 plus 1, so we have 1. So the next one is 1 plus 1, then we have 2. So the first time it runs, we have x is less than 3. Then it tells us x is currently 0, which is here. So we print x. then adding 1 to x, which is here, then it prints x is currently 1, then adding one to x again, then it changes to 2, then it says adding 1 to x, then the third time it goes, it says 3 is less than 3, then is 3 less than 3, then that is false. So if 3 is less than 3, if 3 is not less than 3, then it stops printing. Then now we can make use of break keyword. Here we have break. So while x is equal to 0, so x is less than 0, x is less than 10, then you print x, then adding 1 to x. Then we are now saying that if x is equal to 3, then you should break. Then it should stop at that point. Here we have 0, the first line. It prints x, then adding 1 to x, then x is 0, we have 0, is 0 plus 1, then it goes there again, it prints, then it say if it goes again the third time, we have 2, so 2 plus 0, 2 plus 1, then it tells us this is the time for you to break, then it breaks at that point. So we have 0, adding 1 to x, this is 0, is 0 plus 1, then it gives us 1. Then now we have x again is now equal to 2, so 2 plus 1, then it prints adding 1 to x, then it prints that one, then it break after having it break by time we have 4. So if 4 is equal to 3, is 4 equal to 3, then that is false, because 4 is not the same thing as 3. So far 4 is not the same thing as 3, then it breaks. Then now we want to talk about for loops. With for loops, you can run through the items in a particular list or in a dictionary. So here we have my list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have my list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So for each of the number in my list, you print them. So we have for number in my list, print number is number raised to power 2. So for each of the number in my list is going to raise it to the power of 2. So number square, we have my list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we'll be having 1, 4, 9, and 16. So it runs through all the number here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 4, 9, and 16. So for totally made up in my list, so now we are going to my list again. Here you can decide to use any number. You can decide to use any alphabet. So here I can decide to use 1, I can decide to use W, I can decide to use I. But by the time I call it, I'll be calling the I. So here let's change it back to totally made up. So now we are using totally made up instead of number. So for totally made up in my list, print totally made up. So now we are printing number again in my list, and we are ending with space. So here we have 1, we have space, so we have 2, we have space, we have 3, we have space, then we have 4. So you end each of it with this space here. So for number in my list, print I am in a for loop. So for each of the number in my list, it goes 4 times. To print, I am in a for loop. So here we have 4 values saved as my list. So for each of the number here, it goes 4 times. It continues to print I am in a for loop. I am in a for loop. I am in a for loop 4 times. So we have for number in my list, print I am in a for loop. So it prints I am in a for loop, I am in a for loop, I am in a for loop, I am in a for loop 4 times. So now we are printing character in this is a string. So for character in this is a string, print character. So it goes inside this, through this, then it prints each of the characters here. So we have this is a string. Then we have this is a string. For word in my string dot split, so for each of the word in my string, split with a space. My string is equal to this is a string. So you will split by space, then you print the word. My string is equal to this is a string. For word in my string, then split by space. So we have this is a string. The first one, this is a, then we have string. Then now we are going to tuple. So with tuple, you make use of brackets. So you should make sure you know the bracket. The bracket for list is different from the one for tuple. So when you are using list, make use of this kind of bracket, the square bracket. So here we are making use of this. So in tuple we make use of this bracket. So for number in tuple, so you print the number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have tuple again. So we can decide to have tuple in a list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 tuple in a list. So we have this, and this. So for x in list of tuple, here we have list of tuple. For x in list of tuples, so you print x. For x in list of tuples, print x. So we come here, we print the first tuple, we print the second tuple, we print the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we want to print the first row in the tuple. So using tuple, you can decide to print the first row in each of it. So we make use of x, and we put in 0. So for x in list of tuples, print x 0, which is the first row. Then x1 will give us the second row. So we have the first row, then we have the second row as 1. Here we have 0, here we have 1. So now we want to print the first one, second one in my list. So we print the first, we print the second one. Here we'll be printing this first, num1, num2, num1, num2, num1, num2, num1, num2, num1, num2. So we have num1, we have num2, and we'll be having our new line. So here we don't need the parentheses. So we have the first one, then we have the new line, we have the second one, we have the new line, we have the third one, we have the new line, and so on. Then now we want to talk about for loops in dictionary. So here we have our key and we have our value. In dictionary, you can decide to save a particular value in a variable. So we have different variables. We have the first one, the second one, the third one in my dictionary. So anytime you call on A, you get B. Anytime you call on you get 1. Anytime you call on B, you get 2. Anytime you call on 3, then you get. Anytime you call on C, then you get 3. But note the bracket. We are using the coil bracket here. So for items in my dictionary, so you print the items. So here we have the items for A, B, and C. So we have A, B, C, which is for items in my dictionary. So you print items, which is A, B, and C. So we have A, B, and C in my dictionary. Then A, B, and C. A is holding 1, B is holding 2, and C is holding 3. So you can get the value for K in my dictionary. So you get the value for each of it. So here we have my dictionary. This is my dictionary. So you have the values. This is your key, and this is the value. This is key and this value. This key and this value. So for items, for item in my dictionary, so you print the item. So the item is this, this, and this. So to get the value is the first one, the second value, the third value. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So the third one is for K in my dictionary. So you are printing the key. So we have print K, print my dictionary, then you have K, and you go to leave a new line. So we have key for K in my dictionary dot key, print K. Then let's go to my dictionary, and under K, then it prints the value for K, which is A. Then the value for K is A. Then here we have bracket A. So bracket A is 1. So inside K we have 1. So the next one, to inside B we have 2, inside C we have 3. So with continue, you can decide to leave a particular number and go to the next one. So here we have score. Here we have score. Score is equal to 30, 40, 50, and 60. So for number in score, if number is equal to 50, then continue. If the number is the same thing as 50, leave it, then continue. But when you are talking of break, we are saying that if the number is equal to 50, then you should stop. But now, if number is equal to 50, stop, leave the 50, then continue. So we have print your score is, so you print the number. So here we'll be having 30, 40, then it breaks, then it prints 60. 30, 40, 50, 30, 40, it breaks, then you have 50. Then now, for letter in code, if letter is equal to E, continue. Here we have code. For letter in code, if letter is equal to E, continue. We have C, O, D. Then it goes through each characters. Then where we have E, is going to leave it, then it will continue. So we'll be having C, O, D. So far there is no character after E. So the current letter is C. The current letter is O, then the current letter is T. So now it's printing the current letter, then it prints the letter, the first one, the second one, the third one, then by the time it gets here, then it stops. You have come to the end of list and for loops. Then you'll be going to the next module. Going to the next module. So let's import that as well. Let's upload that by clicking on upload. So you click on upload, then you come to conditional statements. So you click on the file, then you upload. You click on the upload, then this green shows it's running. So this one is not running again because I've closed it. So now we have uploading. Yeah. So let's go into this. Conditional statement: if, else if, and else statement. We start by looking at if statement. Here we are looking at if some if some condition, then you do this. If this happen, this is what you should do. So here we say if 1 is greater than 2, then print 1 is greater than 1 is if 1 is less than 2, then print 1 is less than 2. So if we are saying that if the guy should go to the market, print get a fish. So we can just try to do that. So now we are saying if 1 is less than 2, print 1 is less than 2. If 1 is greater than 2, print 1 is greater than 2. So let me clear my output. Get So here, if 1 is greater than 2, print 1 is greater than 2. So here we have only one condition. Then here we are having if x statement. If 1 is equal to 2, print 1 is equal to 2. 1 is equal to 1. If 1 is equal to 1, print 1 is equal to 1, else print first if was not true. Is 1 the same thing as 1? Then 1 is equal to 1. Is 1 the same thing as 1? If 1 is not the same thing as 1, then print first if was true. So here we are having 2. Is either this happen or this happen. So we have 1 is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So here 1 is equal to 2. Is 1 the same thing as 2? If 1 is the same thing as 2, then print 1 is equal to 2. Else print first if was not true. Is 1 equal to 2? No. Then first if was not true. So let's get that. First if was not true. Then we have our password. We have save password is equal to 123. Then you have input. With input, it opens up your keyboard for you to type your value. So if int new password is equal to save password, then print password is correct. Else print you are a criminal. If the new password is equal to this saved password, then print the password is correct. But if the password is not the same thing as this saved password, then print you are a criminal. Now let's check this. Then let me put in 3. Let me check. Enter. Then it says you are a criminal because the password is not the same. Then enter your password 23465. You are a criminal. But let me run it again and let me see if by the time I put this, it's going to work fine. So let me put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 password correct. Now we are going to using 3, 4 conditions. 3 to 4 conditions. Now we are using more than 1 or 2 conditions. We have first condition is the year, the second one, the third one. Then if all these do not exist, then it gives us the else one. Now let's imagine we have multiple conditions to check before the final else if. This is where we can use the else if keyword to check for as many individual conditions as necessary. So here we have 2 is equal to 1. Then print first condition true. If 2 is truly equal to 1, equal to 0, then else if 2 is equal to 1, then print second condition is true. Else if 2 is equal to 100, then print third condition is true. Then else print none of the above conditions were true. So look at this and check what the answer is, just for like 1 minute. Yeah, let's get started. Let's print this. Then we have none of the above conditions were true. Yeah. 2 is equal to 0. 2 is not equal to 0. 2 is equal to 1. 2 is not equal to 1. 2 and 1 is not the same. 2 is equal to 100. 2 and 100 is not the same. Then none of the above conditions were true. Then now let's see what will happen here. If you print 2 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 2 first time, print it the second time. So we have 2 is equal to 2. So it prints first condition true. Then else if 2 is equal to 2 again, it says second condition is true. Then else if 2 is equal to 2 again, it says third condition is true. Then else if print none of the above conditions were true. So what is the answer going to be here? 30 seconds. Yeah. then first condition is true, so it goes the first time. So far the first one is true, then the rest is the same, then it gives us the first condition. So you have come to the end of conditional statement, which is module 3. So let's move on to module 4 of this. Now, in other modules, we've seen how to store data types in sequences, like storing characters in a string or items in a list. So we know how to store our string, and also how to store our items. Now we want to look at how to store our items in a dictionary. Now we have multiple items in a dictionary. So the first item is item 1. The second item is item 2. The third one is item 3. Item 1 is having the value of 1. Item 2 is having the value of 2. Item 3 is having the value of Abuja. So now we have item 1 is 1, item 2 is 2, item 3 is Abuja. So if you call on the key, which is item 1, you get the value. You call on the key to the door, then you have the 2, which is the room. So you have the key again, then you have the room again. So here is the key and this is the value. So for new dictionary, we have item 3. Then we can change the value of item 3. Let me clear my output and restart it. Let me clear my output. Let's move this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. So now we can change the item in item 3 to Kano. So now let's print my list. Let's print new dictionary. So we have item 1 is 1, item 2 is 2, then item 3 is Kano. So now we've changed the value for item 3 to Kano. So now here we have D again, dictionary, we have key and we have value. We have key, then we have value. Key, what is the value? The value 1. Key 2, then we have value 2. So if we call value, if we call key 1, then we get the value. Let me print this. Then let's look at the value for key 1. So anytime I call on the key, then I get the value. If I call on key 2 again, then it tells me the value in key 2 is value 2. Yeah. The value in key 2 is value 2. Then I can now add new items to the new key. So the new key is the variable name. So we have new key So the new key is the key, then the value is new item. So inside key, inside D, we will save the key, new key, then we give it a value of new item. New key is equal to new item, then we get the value for, then we can print D. It's still running. So let's print D. You can see it's changed to blue line. The blue line shows it's running, and you can see the star. So and that also shows you are working on the cell, which is the working mode. So we have key 1 is value 1, key 2 is value 2, then we have the new key is equal to new item. Our D is equal to key 1, key 2. So inside here we added new key, then that new key we give it a value of new item. So we have A is 1, Z is 2, then new is 0. So now let's give LO and let's save it into ZA. So the next key is ZA and the value is LO. So if we print D, then we have A is 1, Z is 2, new is 0, as we've added here. Then the next one we add is LO. So LO, ZA is equal to LO. So now we have D is equal to key 1, key 2, key 3, and you have key 4. So here we have key 1 having a value, then having the value is an integer. We have key 2 having a string, key 3 having a list, then we have key 4 having a dictionary, having a list, and we have a list, a dictionary in a list, a list in a dictionary. From here to here, we have our from here to here we have our dictionary. From here we have a list. Here we have a dictionary. So now we want to access key 4. So the key 4 is here, is this dictionary. So inside that we are going to 3. From this dictionary we have 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are coming here. So you are coming here, then inside that we are going to key inside. We are picking on this, then we are printing the from the 1 to the last. So this slides in. So we have the first one, this 0, we have 1, 2, and 30. Here we have a dictionary coming from here, the first one, the second one, this one has been closed here, so another one is from here, so this one is stopping here, then another one, a list is coming from here, then it ends here. Then we have a dictionary another dictionary coming from here, then that stops here, then we have our final list. So now we want to print for the first k. So the value for k1 is 10. The value for k2 is string y. Then we have the value for k3, 1, 2, 3. So here is the list. Then the value for k30, that is 1, 0, 1, 2, from 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1 and 2. So we are getting our 1. So we have k4. So our k4 is from here. This is k4. Then we have our k4. Inside our k4 we have inside key. So from k4 we are going to inside key. This k4, so we have inside key. So let's print the values in inside key. So here we have a list, dictionary, and a list. Then now let's add this again. This shows we can't add to a so this shows we can't add to it. So we have D. So this is our dictionary. This is D. So this is a dictionary. So you won't be able to add just a variable or a string. Or else, if you want to say this is equal to, then you give it a particular variable. But here we have short names. We have AAU, OAU, Unilag, NDA. So we have the full name, and the full name here as well. So short name for AAU, if you are printing the one for AAU, let's print this first, then let's print this. So we have Ambrose Ali University. So if we print for this, we get this. If we print for this, you get this. If you print for this, you get this. If you print for this, you get this. Then now we have this again. So we want to print the one for Nigeria. We have Nigeria is 180. We have USA 323, Germany 82, India 1324, and Nigeria and Nigeria and India. 1 2 3 4. So if we want to print one of Nigeria, then we have 180. Then there are some other methods we can also use as well to get the value, to get the key, and to get the items. So here we have dot value. With dot values, you can get the values. There we have Ambrose Ali University, Obafemi Awolowo University, and all of that. So we have short names from here. From short names, we have Ambrose Ali University, Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Lagos, and National Defence Academy. Let me check the charts. Then now let me print the key. With dot key, you can print the key. So we have AAU for Ambrose Ali University, OAU for Obafemi Awolowo University, Unilag for University of Lagos, NDA for National Defence Academy. So we have short names dot items. So you can get the items as well. So we have OAU Ambrose Ali, OAU, AAU Ambrose Ali, OAU Obafemi Awolowo University, Unilag University of Lagos, NDA National Defence Academy. Then we have tuple. Tuple are other sequence just like list, but have one major difference: they are immutable. When you are using list, it shows what you are saving. When you are using tuple, it shows that you are saving a particular variable that you don't want to change. So things like date of birth. So if you want to save your date of birth, you can make use of tuple. So here we have t is equal to 1 2 3. So but make sure you note this bracket. If you are using list, you are using square brackets. So we have t is equal to 1 2 3. So you can print this. To check the type, let's print this. So then to check the type, we have tuple t. Type of t is tuple. And then we have t is equal to a comma 1. Then we have to print the first one as well. So we have a, we have 0 and 1. But then let's now check at the immutability. So we have my list is equal to 1 2 3. Type is equal to my list. So let's check this. So let's check the type of my list. So here we have in list. So to check the first one, we want to change the first one to 0, the first value to new. So we have bracket 0 is equal to new. So let's now print my list. So we have new, 2 and 3. Then let's print the tuple C is equal to 1, 2, 3, and let's do the same thing we did to the list as well to see the immutability as well. So to change from 0 to new, you can see the error that shows you can't change it. If you saved it, it's there for life. So since that you don't want to change, can be saved as tuple. So we have tuple 0 is equal to new. You can see it's giving us an error because you can't change it. You have object does not support item assignment. So we have append as well. Dot append. We can't add to it using dot append. So those are the things you need to know at tuple. You can't edit what is there. You save it is you save it. So we have T is equal to A, B, C, and A. T is equal to index of A. Let's check the index of A. Either it is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now it's telling us that A is 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. So let's count B. How many B did we have here? 1. We have only 1 B. Then now you want to go into sets. You want to go into sets as well. This is another way we can also store our values. So we have x is equal to set. So you can add to it, but this is the way we define it. So we have x is equal to x dot add 1. So you print your x to check what is there. So we have 1. Then dot add again. Then you print x. We have 1, 2 as we've done. So dot add is working on set for you to add different values. So we have x dot add 1. Then we have x. Then you can see the brackets as well, that it resembles that of dictionary. And if you try to add something that is already there, it will not add it, but it will only show you what you have there already. So if you have dot add 1, we have x. So instead of it to appear twice, it appears once. So we have my list is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we are trying to check the difference between set, my list, and set. We have my list is equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. Then let's check out on set of my list. So we have 1, 2, 3. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We have 2. We have 3. So it only appears once, and it gives us the value 1, 2, 3. So we have my set is equal to 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. So this is another way to add your set as well. You have your brackets. You should know this is different from dictionary. In one of dictionary, you are using the curly brackets. You have your key, you have your value. But here, there's no key, there's no value. You only have your values. So we have my set. Let's print my set. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then let's type. Then what is my set? Then it's going to tell us this is a set because we have in the curly brackets. My set, so it's telling us this is a set. Hope we are understanding this. And now let's go to the final module. Let's go to the final module. That is module 5. Let's open this. Then we have Python functions in Python. Functions in Python. So here we can see functions begins with def. Then you have your function name. Then you have your parameters. Your parameters that you want to put into your function will be here. Then the name of the function. The name of the function will be here. So now we want to use function, and we are defining our function print sum. Here we'll be defining a function and we'll be calling it. So if I define a function of print sum and I have a plus b, so anytime I want to use this function, then I can make use of dot apply. So I can just apply this function, then it's going to reflect in my code, or I can just put in print sum. As you can see here, we have 5,3, 5,6. So now we have the first parameter, we have the second parameter. So anytime I define a is equal to something, b is equal to something, then it comes here, we have a, we have b, then it gives this to a, this to b, then it returns the result. So let's define a function. We have a comma b. Then now we have parameters and the function. The function is print sum, and we are applying print sum on 5 and 6. This is your function. Then you want to apply it using these parameters. So we have 5 and 6. So a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6. So 5 plus 6 is equal to what? Is equal to 11. Yeah. Oh, sorry, let me quickly let me clear my output first. Then let me run this. Let me run this as well. Then passing values. So we have the function name, change name, and we have a parameter is equal to name. Then we are saying the passed name is dot this. So we have the name, we have it here. Then we have a reporter. The new name in this function is dot format name. So we say the past name is John's born. So we have the name is equal to John's born. Then it comes here, it puts in the name John's born, then it prints this, then it comes here to format this one. We have the function here. Here we have the pass name is name. So you pass in this the name, the function, you have the function, and the parameter is name, which is this is the parameter, and we have the new name in this function, which is here. The new name in this function is dot format name. So this one is coming from here, and this function, this name, the first name is coming from here, then it's giving this to this. Then now let's change the name again. Now we can make use of required arguments. Here we just pass in the name instead of using the variable. So we just put in the name, the parameter inside our function name. So the function name here is change name. So you can just, instead of defining instead of saying our variable name is equal to John Stone, you can just put in change name, then we put in John Stone. So that is required argument. So we have change name, then you can put in name. So before we had an error because there was nothing there. So but now we have name, we have the result. So now it's telling us change name, missing one, required position argument name, as we've declared here that change name is name. Then now, instead of leaving this place blank, then why can't you just put in the name? Or instead of defining this, then why can't you just put in the parameter here. So we have change name, then we have the past name is Opeyemi, and the new name in this function is Harry Potter. So you have name Opeyemi, the past name is dot format name. So here we have Opeyemi, then name is equal to Harry Potter, then the new name is the function in this function is dot format name, then Harry Potter. Then we have name is equal to Messi. So we are using the keyword argument. Here we have the name defined with the name declared with the name of with the variable and the value. We have the function name with the variable and the value. So here we call name is equal to Johnstone, then change name, then we put in the name. Here we have change name, then we put in Opeyemi, but here we are declaring the variable and we are assigning Messi. So we have define a function which is print info. So we have name and age. This print the info about a person, the name of the person and the age. So here you can use the keyword argument. You just put in the name is equal to this, the age is equal to 20. So the value for name is Jesse and the value for age is 20. So we have name comma name, then we have Chase and age is equal to 20. So let's print Messi. So the past name is Messi, the new name in this function is Harry Potter. Then we have the name comma age. So we have name is equal to Jace and age is equal to 20. So we have the name and we have the age. Default argument, we have print info, age is equal to 25 and print age. So now we can print the age is equal to 25. So you just return age comma age. So this one is the string. So the age here as we print here. So here you just put in the age is equal to this, the name is equal to this, the age is equal to this, then you stop here. So you print all this just as we did here. So we have age comma age, then you put in your age is equal to 25. This is a default argument. So if you say age, then if you print info brackets 45, so this the age is 25 comma age is equal to 25, then you print the age. So it prints info bracket 45. So it comes here again, info print info, then you put its input 45, then you have your age. Here we have the name, and we have the score. So we put inputs. The name is we input the name. Then for variable in scores, so you print the variable. So we have, let's print this. Then here we have John's name. This is John. Then we have the scores as well. So we pass in the name and the scores using these asterisks. So with these asterisks, you can pass in all these values. So here we have 80, 90, 98, and 97. So we have name is John. Then we have the values for score. So we have 80, 90, 98, and we have 97. Now we want to return that return statement. Here we define a function which is sum, which the parameters are a comma b. So we have total is equal to a plus b. Then we return total. Total is equal to a plus b. Then we return the total. Then total is equal to sum of 10 comma 20. Now we can sum the total of 10 and 20 using the sum function, because here we define the function of a comma b. Then we said total is equal to a plus b. Then return the total. So anywhere I call sum, then it's going to add these two together. It's going to add 10 and 20. So we have print total. Then we have global versus local and local variables. Then our variables that are defined inside the function body have a local scope, and those defined outside have a global scope. So here, all the ones defined here will be working for this, but the ones defined here and here will be working on all. But this one is only for the ones we have here. Sum is equal to 0. This is a global variable. We have it here. Then we said we define a function, add sum, we have a comma b. Then we have sum of a comma b. Then print the total inside this function is dot sum, as we did before. So we have a plus b. So we sum this one, then we get the result. So for this, we'll be using this value for this add sum. So we get this first, then it comes there to print the remaining ones. So we said the total inside the function is 30. So this is the one inside here. It calculates for this. Inside the function. So sum is equal to 0 here. So this works for this. So we have sum is equal to a plus b. The total inside the function is dot format sum. Then we return the sum. Then the total outside the function is format sum. So this comes here. This is working here. So it returns the sum here. Print the total outside the function dot format sum. So this prints the sum, which is here, and this one here prints this. So we have 30 and we have 0. Now we have come to the end of the class. We discussed on function, on variable and data types, where we declared our variables and we check on the type of our variables. Then we go into list. We have the list. Then we check on different ways we can do the slicing on string on list. Then we use our for loops as well. We go into conditional statements, where we have our if, else, if, and else statements. And then we did dictionary and frequency table, where we talk on key and values, and we are able to look at the ways we can add list to our dictionary. Then we talk about functions, where we define a function and we were able to use it again in solving different problems. So we've come to the end of the class. Thanks for listening, and I would like to get questions from you all. Notes. This is then you can contact me through on Twitter if you have questions, and on LinkedIn as well, and you can send me a direct email. I would like to answer your questions, and at the same time you can follow us on Twitter and you can send us a mail if you have a question as well, and you can make sure you follow Data Science Nigeria as well on Twitter, on Instagram, and at the same time you can check our reports through www.datasciencenigeria.org. Thanks for listening.